So if any of you are being challenged by anything to do with Mars connecting to the Sun, connecting to the North Node, which would be karma, karmic struggles, anything to do with a challenge to you personally, and then it could even trigger your, it would trigger your Chiron, is what it would do. It would trigger the wounds of the self, and it would trigger anything that is connected to those triggers related to past pain or anything kind of like that. Okay, so now, it's a lot of identity issues, which is ego. And ego is false, but the ego is many things. It's whatever you've been told, and it's whatever you tell yourself, and it has to do with like conditioning and how you're raised and all that stuff. So if you're going through this struggle, welcome. And I'm glad you're here. Look what we have, 10 of coin and 9 of coin. Self-sufficient, finances are doing well, money is going well. Okay, so I wanted to just showcase a couple of my items. This is a rose quartz and pink Andara crystal. It's a very high vibrational energy. I do have this one called Love and Clarity that is really popular. A lot of people have bought it. It's similar, it's just rose quartz and clear. So just rose quartz and clear quartz. I also have moonstone, which a lot of people have purchased as well. Better turn on the light. And then I have this new carnelian with a lampwork bead. So it's genuine carnelian with this one handcrafted lampwork bead from a supplier in San Francisco that I love, that I bought these. I also have chrysocolla, which is a high vibrational stone as well. The person who, with opal Andara right here. This is like an opal iridescent. Now, the person I buy from right now is at the Tucson Gem Show. So that's really exciting for them. I think they've gone every year for like a long time. Their products are really good. This is the aventurine that I've purchased from them with a light green sort of opaque Andara bead. So all my stuff, I deal with the person who I physically have gone to their location, and their products are all great. They're all high vibe. I've inspected everything and looked at it, and I'm really happy with it. So, you know, it's not coming from some person who's third-party designer. I'm making it myself. And so issues to do with Chiron have to do with past pain, triggers, past hurt. And it can be many things. So the next 8 years, Aries has Chiron and Aries, so you have to heal this Chiron. Wants you to heal the wounded self. Now, that could be any pain you went through. I went to fashion design school, and I went to, in England, I went to the London College of Fashion, the London Institute, and Central St. Martin's. And I was an artist, and I went to these schools, and I learned fashion design and all kinds of design. Now, I also worked at the Paris Fashion Week called Pret-a-Porter, and I worked with a friend of mine who was working at Ralph Lauren, and he then went on to work at Ralph Lauren Italy, so as a designer for the products. Now, that individual, he was a really good friend and still is, in my heart, a good friend. But that individual doesn't always lets me know that he doesn't like Americans. So that's like a problem there. I'm like, okay, you know, we were really tight. We went to lunch together. We weren't romantic, but we were really close, really good friends. And he would always tell me, like, oh, I just don't like Americans. And I'm like, ah. So there's the Chiron. It's like, I had this great relationship. He's still a friend, but there's a twist. It's like, okay, I'm not really sure about that. There's lots of Chiron little instances that we can come up with in our lives. So I did go to design school, very expensive school. I went to this great school, and I went to a private high school for arts as well. And so I came from a background in design and art. And you can't, what I learned abroad, overseas, is that, especially in all the runway shows that go on, you can't control ideas. So even if I'm like kind of ticked, like, oh, you know, that's interesting, if another YouTuber does something similar to my jewelry, I know you can't control somebody's mind or their ideas or what they're going to do. So I'm kind of like, I don't care, whatever you want to do is perfectly fine, you know, that's nice. But it's sad because now I don't want to watch her channel. And if I lose interest in something that I really enjoyed, that's where I feel my Chiron is. So now I've lost that channel. So it's like, okay. But it's like, I really used to enjoy the originality of the channel. And it's kind of like, I really enjoyed the originality of my friend because he was working for Ralph Lauren. He's from Italy, he's from Tuscany, and he had an authentic, you know, Italian background. He had experience working with Ralph Lauren and all that. I don't know if it's Ralph Lauren. I think Ralph Lauren's an American designer. It was some Italian designer. I'm starting to forget now who it was. Maybe it wasn't Ralph Lauren. It was an Italian designer. Oh my goodness, I don't remember now. So it wasn't Ralph Lauren, it was some Italian designer, maybe Valentino or something like that, I forget. Point is, you can really enjoy a person and their creative spirit, and you're just loving everything. And then when you see like something sort of thrown at you, you're like, oh, you know, that's kind of like a turnoff, and you're like disappointed, like, wow, so now I have to sort of like move on from you, and it's like sad, okay. But whatever, it's kind of like if you have a TV show that you love and then they change all the characters or something, you're like, oh, all right. So that's my point, is if you're loving someone's creative passion and you're loving what they're doing, you know, it's a Chiron moment where you're like, okay, now I might have to heal. Or not so much heal, it's more like, that's disappointing. So, but it's perfectly fine. You can't control ideas. So it's perfectly fine for people to launch off of other people's ideas. It's great. It's cool. It's awesome. But a direct copy, I'd say a direct copy is like kind of disappointing, because you'd say, oh, isn't there anything else you could have done? Because a lot of people write books, but I think the statistics and data shows like nobody's reading anymore. People are watching YouTube or they're watching documentaries. Like people don't, the new millennial people don't read, they don't sit. But so let's see what we're getting for Aries in the struggle. Angels. Oh, okay, we have a 5 of Wands in the reverse. Could be a nasty fight, but it could also be the release of a fight or the release of a struggle. Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is kind of like ticking you off. This is like, okay, now I'm mad. Ooh, Three of Swords in the reverse. This is good. This means you don't really care that much. It's like a minor irritation. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Got Emperor in the upright. So taking back control. Ooh, Hierophant in the upright. Yeah, so you have a really strong sense of structure and order. Hierophant can be anything to do with religion or, you know, belief systems. Your heart's not broken. Ten of Coin in the reverse is like kind of an unstable energy. Queen of Wands reverse can be jealousy or anger or lashing out. Okay, what's coming in for Aries in the struggle? Five of Wands reverse, though, is it can be a competition that is unfair, like an unfair competition. Like, competition is one thing. Stealing the answer sheets is like another thing in an exam or something like that. Wow, so I have a Three of Wands. You're still motivated. Aries, you're still motivated. You're still choosing to see what's coming in. You could be avoiding someone or ignoring them. You have the Lovers here. You have a choice to be loving, a blessing coming over you. The Lovers in the upright. Okay, wow, there's a King of Cups in the reverse around you. King of Cups in the reverse is a very emotional person who like flies off the handle and is like a nightmare. Highly unstable. Chariot in the reverse. This is like your fear is that something's going to stop and not continue to move forward. It's coming up as your hope or fear. Ooh, okay, so we got the Hangman. It came in reverse, which means you're really just letting this situation go. So whatever it is, whoever ticked you off, you're actually okay with it. You're like, okay, I'm mad for a moment. Three of Swords in the reverse too can be not mental pain, it can be physical separation. Three of Swords reverse though would be, you know, you don't really care very much. Hangman reverse, you're not really thinking about it. Who is this King of Cups in the reverse? King of Cups reverse is like somebody who's so emotional. Four of Cups. There's something here about rejection or dismissive energy with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is obsessive. They don't want to leave, but they are emotionally unbalanced. Okay. It's kind of like a stalker. Like they're unbalanced, but they want to follow you, or they want to stay. You know? Nine of Wands. The warrior who doesn't quit. And the upright is a good energy. This is like somebody who doesn't want to quit. They don't want to quit. Okay. What is the Lovers in the upright here for Aries? The Moon in the reverse. Okay, so you're finding something out. Something is being revealed to you. What is the Three of Wands in the upright here? Ooh, the Ten of Cups in the upright. Okay, you're focusing on better things. You're focusing on love and happiness and things that are fulfilling. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is like a distraction. Something throws you off. It's very distracting. You can't focus. Judgment in the reverse is like a harsh judgment. Yeah. Why do we have Hangman in reverse? Eight of Air. It's too stressful. You just don't care. Hangman's like you just don't even give it any more thought in the reverse. So Seven of Coin in the reverse. Yep. Again, you're not thinking about it. You've given up on it. You don't care. Moon in the reverse. Something could be revealed. Ooh, a Six of Coin. Okay, so you're getting paid. There's some kind of benefit coming in. Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is lies that are revealed. Things that were hidden coming to the surface. High Priestess in the reverse. What is Three of Swords in the reverse? Five of Swords in the reverse. Wow, that's like nasty, mean words. But it can also be the end of a conflict. What is the Hierophant in the upright? Ooh, the Death card. The ending, a change or an end. Scorpio. Wow, Six of Wands in the reverse. This is like, sort of like acting out. And then we have here the Fool card in the upright. Breaking free, liberating yourself. It's kind of like you don't care what other people think, even if you throw a fit. Like Queen of Wands in the reverse could be somebody who throws a fit. What is Ten of Cups coming in with the Three of Wands? The Sun card. Okay, Sun card even reversed is still good. Happiness, joy, great success, positive things. You're focusing on positive things. Ooh, there may have been something here that was mentally draining. Nine of Swords. But you step back into your power. Okay. Okay. So let's see what's coming in here for the Aries in the struggle with the Ascended Masters. We have here artistic expression, which is what I was talking about, Paul the Venetian. Artistic expression, like you can't control ideas or creative inspiration. And in fact, it's a good thing. Direct copies, though, that's what people kind of like are frown upon. Let it go. Kuan Yin. Focus on your peace. Yep. Especially if you have Mars or Mercury in Aries. If you have Mars in Aries, that's like, look out. We have here, drink more water. Needing to cleanse, needing to purify. A peace offering is here. Who knows what could happen? But, priorities with King Solomon. This is good. I like this. This is almost like, who cares? Detach from dramas on the bottom. So true. And this is the energy of Athena, justice, fairness, balance, equality. Yeah. So it's like, don't sweat it. Who cares? You know, so you find out something here that you don't really, it's not really something you like very much. But the Lovers in the upright, there's a blessing, there's a healing, there's something coming in. Six of Coin. This is positive. This is about rewards or generosity. All things work out here. Ten of Cups and the Sun. But it's basically all about letting go. So I'll leave it here for you, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in, and take care.